I must say, narcissism is flying through the air. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, some could say that the Jennifer Lopez Ben Affleck battle, many could have said, well, I saw that one coming. I mean, even P. Diddy, oh, even to mention his name, said that Jennifer Lopez didn't take marriage seriously. Now, one could say, well, BGD, you're right because she been married several times. Well, yeah, she didn't get it right several times. That's true. But Ben, oh man, Ben been with Jennifer Garner for a long time, and they seem to complement each other. But Ben couldn't battle his demons. He just had a big problem with it. But something about Jennifer Lopez that just makes men lose all sensibility. I don't know what it is. Um, well, I really can't say too much about P. Diddy. He's in a class all by himself. But Mark Anthony, I mean, what he did. Mark Anthony divorced his wife, start dating Jennifer Lopez, then married her, then divorced her. It's like the dare I call it the JLo curse? Dare I call it that? That would be a horrible thing to say. It would be, but it's just where and when does it stop? And I don't know what Jennifer is looking for. Now, people who know her say she's a horrible person. She is just a terrible narcissist. Some people say she's spoiled. I don't know. I never met her. I just know what I read and I know what people say, and it's like Cruella, you know. But it didn't matter what occurred. Ben Affleck still divorced Jennifer Garner. And how to get two women named Jennifer? I mean, come on, that's crazy. But divorced Jennifer Garner, and that was a easy divorce because Jennifer Garner seems like a easy going person, and so she let that go. She's like, okay, he drank way too much. I couldn't deal with it, and some of us understand when you have a spouse that is an alcoholic. Oh my goodness, total a total destruction of a marriage, total destruction of a relationship, total destruction of family structure. Oh my goodness. It is living with alcoholic. Those of us that have been through it, horrible position. Okay, I'm putting that out there. So those of you who say, "Oh well, Ben was an alcoholic," and you make it seem like it's all Jennifer's fault. No, it's not all Jennifer's fault. But you know, uh, when you look at Jennifer's past, believe me, nothing in isolation. A lot happens. Hey, how you doing, Sammy? How you doing, Sammy? And and it's really something. Hello. It's really something. So as I'm looking at this stuff, I'm thinking, oh, Jennifer is going to take him to the cleaners. She is whatever cavity that has not been carved out, she's going to carve it out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. GNC, your message was restricted. I don't know what you wrote, but it was, and I'm just looking back at her first two marriages were by, she married two unknown people. Then I don't even know what happened to A Rod in between that. I don't know if they got married or not, and and what made him run. I mean, something had to made him run to the hills. Hey, how you doing, Kior? How's it going? So, what are your thoughts about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck getting a divorce? Okay, have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior for the forgiveness of your sins? He offers eternal life. Well, for this live stream here, it's not about that, but um, yeah, I got to do a live stream on Christianity. Would you come, Jesse Hernandez? Would you come? Because we could talk Bible. Please put something down in the chat, would you? The live stream is about Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck, and Evan Rachel Wood being totally upset. Good. Jennifer Lopez, Evan Rachel Wood being upset that Marilyn Manson's back on tour. Two narcissists, and you got to sit there and think which one is the worst. Did Marilyn Manson have it bad, or did Ben Affleck have it bad? What are they mad about? Um, are you talking about? Well, Ben Affleck is he ran for the hills. He ran. He ran for the hills. He just said. And in fact, Ben went back to drinking. I'm like, what is it about Jennifer Lopez that makes men lose their absolute mind? What is it about her? I have no clue. I mean, she's a hey, whatever your persuasion is. But I'm looking at Jennifer Lopez. I'm just like, she looks like one mean, awful individual. She oozes of mean. No matter how she puts a smile on her face, and she's a heck of a dancer. She can't sing worth a dime, in my opinion. She's a heck of a dancer. An actress, no, but she's a heck of a dancer. And they only been married for a couple of years. Yeah, big ego. Okay. Well, you're being kind. I went straight to narcissism. Yeah, narcissist. How you doing, Alfie? Alpha, how you doing? And 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 uh, what's his name? Ben Affleck divorced Jennifer Garner to be with Jennifer Lopez. I mean, it was like Ben Affleck was like, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because I know Mark Anthony. No, no, no. What's his name? A Rod is gonna mess up. He's gonna mess up. I know he's gonna mess up, and I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna catch the pieces because she's my dream woman. I mean, I just see that going through my head. Ben is like, yes, and not stopping to say, hey, okay, A Rod, what made you run? What made you run for the hills? Heck, Mark Anthony. I say, hey, Mark, wait a minute. You divorced your wife to marry Jennifer Lopez, and then you divorced her, and then you begged your ex-wife back. Just like Ben Affleck is fell off the wagon, and he's talking to his ex-wife, Jennifer Garner. Oh, Jennifer, okay, Jennifer, I made a mistake. I mean, it was far. I mean, what I did was unforgivable. I left you, and I left you when I was at my lowest, and you were there trying to help me, Jennifer, and then but Jennifer Lopez was free. She's a forbidden fruit that I never had. I just wanted to try it again. And I didn't know the tree was poison. I mean I had it before, but it wasn't the way it was now, but it all blew up in my face. I mean, that type of stuff. Yeah, Jennifer Garner does seem like a nice soul. Scott, she seems to be like a real down to earth human being. Just, she's like, okay, I got my family, I got my husband, I'm working, and that's all that matters. And she's not one of those types, in my opinion. I very well could be absolutely wrong. She just gives that appearance. Now, JLo gives that appearance as far, and to me, she works too hard being Jenny on a block. It's something that you are or you aren't. And Jennifer Lopez is not Jenny from the block. No, no, no. That's all a facade, a fake, all of that. In my opinion, real knows real, and that's not real. She just puts up a good act, and from what I see, just from what I see, she uses that. Well, I'm from I'm from New York. I'm from New York, and I'm a this is from back when I was young. Called them Puerto Ricans. Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican, and that's not her. No, no, there are just she can't fake it. Now Ben Affleck is like, oh well, Ben being being a total square is like, well, she's Jenny from the block, and yes, she's no longer that person. She never was that person. I mean, P. Diddy, oh man, okay. She did what she had to do to get where she needed to be. And I'll put it just like that. I'll put it just like that. But, oh, it's wild. But now they're fighting over, I'm just like, wait a minute. Why is Jennifer Lopez fighting with Ben Affleck anything about assets? I mean, I'm at a loss. Now, maybe, okay, when I got my divorce, I walked away with nothing. I'm like, no, just my divorce took 10 minutes. I just was like, I keep my stuff, you keep your stuff, sayonara, c'est la vie, arrivederci, adios, hasta la vista. But here, what I found quite interesting is that the only problem, according to reports, is that it's also disrupting their divorce. Wait a minute, I missed it. Where was it? I just had it. It says here, Fox News Digital reports that if JLo wants to talk to Ben Affleck or to Affleck's three children with Jennifer Gardner, she speaks to them directly, and he does the same with the twins she shares with ex-husband Mark Anthony. Okay, this is getting wild. Okay, here the report suggests that they have a prenuptial agreement, uh, and the only asset they need to worry about is divvying up their $68 million 6-acre Beverly Hill mansion, which is now on the market. Okay, I was reading something else that said something else. It's wild. It is really wild. I'm just like, man. But here, Ben Affleck is 51, who also no show at the J Lo Bridgerton theme her birthday party when she was 55, and she's July 24th. Oh my goodness, we share a. I'm very disappointed. I am extremely disappointed. She's July 24th. I'm July 28th. I'm done. Oh my goodness. JLo. Oh, man. But the Daily Mail reports that JLo was spotted out about last Thursday without her wedding ring. Well, of course, they're getting a divorce. And with her engagement ring on her right hand at the weekend, Affleck was pictured with a trendy new, what is that, Foxhawk haircut? Okay, I don't even know what that is, but quite interesting. That is nuts. I mean, it's not, Ben Affleck didn't say, hey, well, wait a minute. You had all these marriages. You had a bunch of marriages. What happened? Why is it hard for you to keep a man? I mean, why is it hard for you to keep a marriage? Why is it always breaking? That is what I would think. And thus, if Hollywood, maybe something a bit different. They operate on a different level of reality, you know? So, I mean, if somebody has that many divorces, and I love you today, oh, I'm divorcing you tomorrow. Mm, it's just, it makes absolutely no sense to me. Now, segueing to Marilyn Manson. Beautiful people. Da-da-da-da-da. I am happy for him. That man has been through the 7 stages of hell. And you got to stop and think who's the bigger narcissist, Jennifer Lopez or Evan Rachel Wood? Now, if I were a gambling woman, which I'm not, I would say Evan Rachel Wood hands down. I mean, mm. Her marriage lasted a year and a half. One marriage. I mean, at least Jennifer Lopez was able to get at least a couple of years before everything started going to King. But what Evan Rachel Wood did, okay, I'm not going to get into what she did because I beat that horse for about a year and a half. I'm not going to go there. But Marilyn Manson is touring. He's back touring. And I wanted to and Colonel Kurtz did a great job because she went to Hershey, Pennsylvania. I wanted to catch him down here in Silver Spring, but I'm like, damn, Colonel Kurtz did a great job. And I'm really positive happy for her because hey, it's great. Getting out there seems good, looking great, moving on, touring, and I could only imagine Evan Rachel Wood is like this. He's touring. Nothing that I did work. I tried to rip his life apart. I did everything I could to rip his life apart, and he didn't marry me, and he's happily married with that woman, Lindsay. It should have been me. I mean, hey, I could just only imagine. Yeah, I could only imagine what she's screaming and hollering about. I can only imagine it. I mean, sometimes when you do something horrible and then you go back and you look at the person that you did real wrong, and karma is just body slamming you left and right. And as you're in the dust, you're looking up and you see the person, they did no harm to you besides to try to defend themselves from the horrible things which you have done and still doing. And you're on the ground looking up in the dust and you see that they're doing well. And you're just laying there in the dust saying, karma is just having its way with me. That's Evan Rachel Wood right there. Looking up, like everybody knows the horrible things that I did. They all knew that I wrote a fake FBI letter that I used in my divorce and also try to use to totally destroy Marilyn Manson because he didn't marry me. He didn't marry me. And that's what it was all about. That's what it was all. Look, everyone has their opinion. And I see it there. I see it on YT, I see it on Instagram. Everybody has their opinion, but they're not going back for the first strike that she made. The first strike that Evan Rachel Wood made was to Lindsay Manson, or Lindsay Warner. She went after her first with a police report saying that they were blackmailing. I mean, I'm just like, oh, Evan. Oh my goodness, that's not good. And it got worse. And the more Marilyn Manson and Lindsay cemented their relationship and their marriage, and they were like on one accord and they were doing well together, it just took Evan Rachel's Wood and just ripped her apart. It ripped Evan apart. Evan, let me see. Evan strikes me as one of those types of people that is so fluid that a cup could not keep her contained. I'm just saying, I don't know the woman, but I just see what she does. I see what's out there. And when you are with someone and you're saying that, oh, that you are my begin all and end all, but I want you to stay right here because I need some wildlife going on. So I'm going to go ahead on over there and I'm going to get with Ilma for a little while to do wild stuff because that's not what you do. And I respect that. But I'm going to do this. But when I come back to you, I expect you to be here waiting. And then, okay, and I'm going to jump over here and I'm going to marry another guy and have a baby and then come back to you. But you're supposed to be here waiting because I'm just so fluid. I mean, to me, that and he's supposed to accept that mess. Marilyn Manson is simply supposed to accept it, and no matter what goes in and out her head, he's supposed to take it because she's Evan Rachel Wood. Not that day. He's like, Evan, you can take Evan, Rachel in your wood and kick rocks. Kick rocks. Tired of your stuff. You are doing wild stuff. I look silly. I'm older and I'm dealing with your level of narcissism that has no bounds. It's like she comes into a room and sucks all the air out because everything has to be for her. Gimme, 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 gimme. Yeah. And Marilyn's like, I'm really trying to love this woman. I'm really sincerely trying to love this woman. Trying my best. And yeah, I have my issues. This woman is driving me nuts. And yeah, I do a little extracurricular activities and not what you think. Toys in the attic. I have to be careful what I say. YT. What does Marilyn do with that? Hell, what does anyone do with that? Who who can deal? I mean, even Jennifer Lopez doesn't do stuff like that, and that's saying a lot. I mean, uh, they're all in the entertainment. Okay, what happened? Okay, all right. Sorry, little connection issue. But it's outrageous, totally outrageous. And I just wonder, is Evan gonna, is she revving up to do something else to him? Because I'm waiting for this lawsuit to happen. I don't know whether if Marilyn Manson's going on tour to accumulate additional funds because he took some major financial hits to the point to where he had to buy another house because of what Ilma was doing. I mean, he had to buy another house. I mean, oh, mm. What does one do? What does one do? That is just beyond comprehension. But let me see. Let me check to see if Evan's doing anything. Okay, nothing. Not yet. It just simply says Marilyn Manson announces his first tour following allegations of that dribble with Evan Rachel Wood and her friends, suggested that he did. And I give a lot of credit to Ashley Smithline for backing out and looking at, wait a minute, I'm doing a lot of damage. Let me just stop doing this. And she deserves a lot of credit. She does. Because Evan was pulling every stop to keep everybody in line and just doing some terrible things. And what she did, I mean, and Ashley Morgan Smith line, you did a great job. I know that you caught a lot of flack, but you did the right thing. You did. But I don't see anything out there with Evan Rachel Wood. Mm. But check some of my earlier work because I go over when she made claims about him assaulting her on a music video. I went through reel by reel, and I got a copy strike for doing it. But it was well worth it, reel by reel. And I'm trying to heart shaped glass. What is she talking about? And when you look at it, I didn't see it. I didn't see a thing. But it's just what? No, okay, that's what last year. Wait a minute. How did I miss this? L.A. Judge Nix much of Manson's defamation against Evan Rachel Wood. How did I miss this? Okay, a Los Angeles Superior Court judge on Tuesday, this is last year, May 9th, threw out much of Marilyn Manson's defamation case against Evan Rachel Wood, who has accused him of abuse. The court has granted in Wood's motion to strike parts of Manson's case, according to the documents reviewing in the time. The shock rocker musician, whose real name is Brian Warner, filed a defamation lawsuit against Westworld actress. And okay, huh? I'm gonna have to go in and see and look at that because that is really something. I don't know how I missed that. I truly don't know how I missed that. Um, and here, the court's approval of the motion, the artist Ilma Gore, to strike Manson's. Let me make that bigger. Claimed that she engaged in outrageous conduct by making and knowing false and defamatory statements against him. Gore, a friend of Wood, appeared to be in the act with the actor in Phoenix Rising, the two-part series about Wood's journey, and named her abuser. Now, okay, I will say it's going to be very difficult as far as Ilma Gore. Now, I see what they're talking about as far as Ilma Gore and, dismissing some of the things or striking it down because because all the information that she got came from Evan Rachel Wood. Now, whether if and and even though that things were were a lie, and she believed it to be true, and start talking or acting upon what was said because they were dating. I mean, yeah, yeah, but okay, I got to come out of that. They want me to buy something, so I mean, it's just really wild. But again, and forgive me for repeating myself, but who's a bigger narcissist, Jennifer Lopez or Evan Rachel Wood? Okay, I just want to talk a little bit about that. On that note, hey, please like, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers and hopefully 10. And if you want to donate, please do so. Big Girl Diary, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, every and anything counts. Everything counts. I'm trying to get some new equipment. On that note, hey, I want to thank you for stopping by.